this is Natalie from Line.Arrow from the Netherlands, and I'm finally here with the June papers. June started a week later than usual. Usual we should already be in week 2 from the challenges, but today we finally start with the first week, which means June is going to be slightly shorter than usual. Instead of 3 weeks with challenge papers and a 4th week getting everything done and entering all the groups, there will be 2 weeks of challenge papers, and the 3rd week, which will be close to the end of June, is to get everything together, everything finished, and enter in the Facebook groups as much as you can. We added another Facebook group hosting the challenges, and I have made a schedule. And I think I will post it in the Facebook group too, because it will make it clear what is going to happen. I'm not sure if you can read it, but I will try to put this in between the video too, so you have it on your screen and you can see. But it starts on the 7th. The hashtag is LDA June Challenges 25. We have 1 week, 2nd week, the 3rd week, and the winners drawings are 5 spins, each kit per spin, or each spin is a kit. And the winners drawing will be on July 6th in all the groups. The first week starts today until next Friday. The 2nd week starts next Saturday until Friday the 20th, and Saturday June 21 is the week that starts finish project and enter in all the Facebook groups. 2 weeks with challenges, and the 3rd week is to enter in all the groups. The challenge papers and the challenge video will be provided by Line.Arrow. The challenge papers will be only available in Line.Arrow. These groups: Two Sister Jam, Sweet Pea Papers, Junk Journals, Tutorials and More, Junk Journals and Papercrafts, Sophie's Crafty Corner, Rocking Robin's Creators Corner, she's added, together with Line.Arrow, are going to do a winner's drawing on Sunday, July 6th. 5 times, and each prize is 1 kit. I'm not sure if there's a lot of shade, if you can see it. I don't see a lot at the moment. I hope you can see it. The challenge papers come for free in Line.Arrow Facebook group. You can also buy these for a small fee on my Ko-Fi page. If you're not on Facebook, you are available to get these, but you're not it's not able for you to join the challenges because you have to be on Facebook to join the actual challenges, but you can still have a play with the papers. And when I say small fee, it's really a small fee because it's 50 cents, and it's no, it's €1. I'm sorry. It's €1, and 20 cents goes to the Ko-Fi shop itself for the transaction. 20 cents go to PayPal or Stripe, whatever payment you use. So there is a total of 60 cents where I also need to pay tax and everything. So it's not like I'm gaining a lot of money of those free challenge papers, but it does help me not get people download like crazy and share all over the place, because these have copyrights. These are my designs. I made these. The one that I made, there are underneath. It took me over 8 days to create them. So yeah, don't give it away like it's yours. Respect the rules. But in Line.Arrow they are for free. The other 6 groups besides Line.Arrow are also hosting the challenges, which means you can post in their groups too and enter their giveaway. We all use the same hashtag, LDA June Challenges 25. All members can post in each group, given that you are a member of that group, and be aware that you need to fill out some questions. And I've noticed if you join a Facebook group, answer questions button is always on the bottom of the page on your phone or on your laptop. It's not totally in front of you, so you are it's likely you're going to miss it. And if you don't answer the question, your membership can be declined. Just so you know. If you use the free papers, so the challenge papers that I create, if you use it in a post, and I say a post, not a picture, a post. A post can have one picture, a post can have 20 pictures, but it's still one post. If you use the free challenge papers with this hashtag, it is going to count as one entry. If you use the kits that are available for June in my Etsy, there is a section that says June kits, that are kits that you can enter those challenges to using that hashtag. Then your post is 2 entries, which mean your name is going to be on the name pickers wheel twice, so double. If you only have the free challenge papers, your name will be on there one time. The challenge papers that come in the Etsy store, so that is basically a junk journal digital kit you can purchase. You don't have to be a part of the challenge to buy them, but if you want to use them in June and be part of this challenge, you can use the Neutral Slim Botanical papers, the Vintage Botanical Journal Kit, or the Black Velvet. Let me quickly show you the thumbnails of those kits. These are the Neutral Slim Botanical pages. These are the slimline papers. I have flip through videos, and I will link it down below my video so you can see. Then we also have the Vintage Botanical Journal Kit. That is just like this. And we also have the Black Velvet. And I have to say, all these 3 kits come in US letter size and also an A4 size. And the Black Velvet, I also have a show and tell video. But I also have a little journal that I worked with those papers. Still working on it actually. But then you have an idea what's in. I don't expect you to buy all 3 kits. You may, but I don't expect you to. I don't expect you to buy any kits, since you are also able to join in with the free challenge papers, because I want to give everybody a chance to join in with the challenges and have fun. So I hope this is all clear. I have links over here to the listings. I'm not sure if they will work in a PDF file, but we will see. Then there's also a set of Linktree links, and these links will also be below this video in the description box. And the design team members that are also part of the Facebook groups hosting those challenges will put these underneath their videos too. But you can also find all these in the event section. So there will be event created in the event tab, showing you all the details, when it starts, how it's called, and when it ends. So we will have 3 events in June: first week challenge, second week challenge, and the third week getting everything done and post as much as you can in all the groups. Yeah, I think I have it covered now. Do I? Yeah. Well, no, I still need to clarify this. There will be 5 spins in each group. So each group will spin the name picker wheel 5 times. Each winner have 1 kit. You can contact me via my Etsy store, but we will explain that in the actual winner's drawing. If you are a winner, if your name popped up on the wheel, you won a kit, and your name will be on there for multiple times, of course. The more you post, the more your name will be on the wheel. Your name is going to be deleted after you won a prize. So that way everybody has a chance of winning. Which still means you can be a winner in several groups at the same time. Because I can be a winner in Line Not Arrow, but you can also be a winner. You can be a winner in Line Not Arrow, sorry. But you can also be a winner in Sweet Pea Papers. The only thing that is not included in the digital prizes are journals, but those are not digitals, but the new July kits. So if I have new kits out after the winner drawing and you are a winner, you can't pick the July kits. You can't pick the 180 plus other kits but not this one. So yeah, I hope this is clear. Make sure you become a member of all the hosting Facebook groups. And let's get on with the challenge. I also have to say something about the challenge. The challenge papers are sort of tailored to the kits that are in the challenge section. Like the kits in June are botanical. The challenge paper, this one, is sort of tailored to the botanical kits. Of course, I created something that I can work with the thing that I had in my head, wanted to make. But you can also use these to make a tag, make a pocket, make a mini journal, make a dangle thing, make a belly band, make a index card. Whatever you create with these, you can still enter in the giveaway. It doesn't only have to be this. Anything you create using free papers, using the hashtag posting, is one entry. Anything. The same goes with the papers. If you use the hashtag, this paper is trying to recreate this first week challenge, you can post. But you can also post your journal, your specimen slide, a collage of the tickets, your beautiful tag, anything. Anything is possible. There is no limit. The only limit is you use either the freebies or one of the challenge kits or all the challenge kits, or you use both. But as long as one of the challenge kits is in, it's 2 entries. So freebies, 1 entry, challenge kits, 2 entries. As long as you use those papers and the June hashtag, you are entered. Okay, I hope this clarifies it. If you have any question, please ask in the Facebook group. I will try to upload this form also in the Facebook group, because I do believe it will give people a better view on how things work. Yeah, I will do that. Let me quickly show you the papers. So the papers come in US letter size and also in A4 size. I'm in the Netherlands, I use A4. It has it has 6 pagina's, says 6 pages. I'm trying to speak English, but I'm speaking Dutch. But it has 6 pages, and I will show you the papers now. This is just a promo sheet. Like I said, free in the Line.arrow Facebook group for a small fee on my Ko-Fi page. And it's all linked down below. This is the first paper. I wanted to make thin specimen slides. So I have, I will show you what you can do with these, but I have these. This is the first paper. Then you have a little bit of like sort of labels, or you can also turn these into little tabs. You can stamp on these, you can put an eyelet in, a lot of box, note. This can be a pocket, this can be a journal card, it can be anything. These are long, tall pockets. Then there is a jute type of paper, a botanical grid type of paper, and a note paper. I printed it twice because I really like this one with the grid. I already started creating something, but I also need to cut out these because I need more, because I have 3 of these labels. You can also cut, have these separate, of course, but I folded them together. I cut these, scored the line, and then folded them together. But I have like more pockets. I have 6 pockets and I have 3 small tags. So yeah, let me show you what I did. I first want to show you that I purchased these in France. Manila color envelopes. And these are really pretty and sturdy. Let me get this out of the way. And I want to create a envelope thingy journal. So I started by cutting out all the elements. I did this by hand, so I didn't use my scan and cut for these. And this is one of the pockets. And I will show you, because I do need to cut out the other ones. And I'm then going to show you how I fold it. But this is one of the pockets. It's like so. And obviously I did slanted this. And I made it shorter, because you can make them as tall or as long, as wide as you want. But I had these inks around the envelope, put them on here. Had, well, from which one is it that I use the images? Let me get it. These. I cut off, I just cut off this area and cut it in half, then rounded the corners. So this one is now over here. This one is over here. This one is over here. And this one is over here. And this one is over here. Maybe the other way around. I'm not sure. You can also cut around these. I didn't do that yet, as you can see. And in here are those tiny specimen slides. And I'm not finished yet, because I do want to stamp on these, maybe put an eyelet in. I'm still debating if I'm going to sew around it, not sure. But this was sort of my tryout, but I was really getting into it, so I decided to move forward. And I thought, well, if I'm going to print another set, I can put these labels in here too. On this side, I took, as you can see, I cut it off. This part over here, cut out the word bug, and one of these, this one, is cut over here. It's glued over here. And I still need to work on this a little bit more, but this is going to be a part of my, let me get what I got so far. I just try to build the base. So I have sort of have 3 envelopes put together. So I took off that strip, put it on here and put it on here. And I'm not sure if I'm going to, still debating, if I'm going to create a little spine like this. Or slide it in. Like so. And then have a little envelope journal. I still need to figure out where I'm going to put this. But I can also put another journal or another envelope on this, of course. Because if I do it like this, it is closed. But I thought, well, just make an envelope and you can always add it to your journal thingy, because I also want to add things from the kits in there. But let me quickly cut out the second batch of papers that I printed, and then we can work a little bit more on this, because I'm really liking this. The fact that you can stamp over here. You can also try, and I didn't do that. I wanted to create a no-sew project mostly, but you can also try and zigzag or stitch over here before you glue it on. And the pockets are long, but the reason why I flipped it inside, because this is now sturdy, otherwise it will be flimsy and you're going to take tags in and out. So that's why I sort of glued it inside, so it's, yeah, it's sturdy. But let me quickly cut out the other elements and let me have a play with those papers too. So I cut out all the other sheets too. I already went ahead and how do you say that? Folded these. I'm just going to show you how I do it. I'm not saying you have to do it that way, but it does make it easier to line up the front to the back side. I already did that one, of course. I'm just position it somewhere that the line is in a score line, and go over it with my bone folder, and then fold it inwards, and after that fold it outwards. And it's sort of, maybe I need to do a little correction over here, but if you ink you don't see that. So that is basically how I create the tags. Now the pockets, that is a, sorry, I needed to change something on my chair. The pockets, that is slightly different. You score the outlines, so these, I scored them over here. I didn't do a good job, as you can see. To do it again. And I first folded them inwards. And then, and there is a tiny error in this design. Because when you fold it inwards, as you can see, this is going to be create a little bulk. So what I did was just cut this in an angle. So now you basically have the pocket. Like so. So of course you can do it with all these pockets. And then this, as you can see, the pocket is very much longer than the original tag is. You could also, just an idea, cut off over here and just have half of it and then slide it in like so, like a sort of a mini belly band. Not sure if I'm pointing it out the right way, but that is an option. But what I did was I measured one like so, and I made a tiny mark. Well, actually I didn't, I just folded it in half, but you can make a tiny mark on where you want to fold it. And I basically took 2 or 3, line these up, over here, and then scored over it. Took the first one off, scored again, and scored again. That's what I did. So you can fold this inwards, but I did, let me get a bigger scissor. I did also do something like this. To get rid of the bulk. And then I glued it together. Like so. Inwards. You might need to adjust this tiny bit. And now you have a pocket for your slide. Well, it's actually not a slide. This is, I was inspired. I saw this many years ago, and I was so intrigued by it. You have like specimen boxes that it's a wooden book, and there comes a sort of page out of it with glass sections like this, and that holds the real specimen slides from glass. And sometimes they are for sale on a yeah, they say that antique selling platform. It's like a marketplace for antiques. And sometimes they go away for like $50, but sometimes they go away for hundreds of dollars. And I never managed to get my hands on one of these. I really absolutely love these. But yeah, let's focus. So yeah, what I did, I inked, glued it on, and then decorated it. That's kind of, yeah, you know, that's not very difficult. These I lined up. Quickly going to do that. Just get some glue inside. And you really just need to glue one side, of course. I do two sides. I don't know why, because you're going to glue it together. And I do not worry if I see a little bit of white. I will correct it by cutting a little and inking. Going to do the same with these two. I glue these together and I need to correct this just a tiny bit. But it's not too much. Like I said, ink cover up a lot of mistakes. And I went to Duoding last week and I picked up this score timber. I had a smaller one, but I was thinking this was a big one. And I also have the Yui inker. And also from Distress ink, no, Vintage Photo, sorry. Of course, it's already Distress ink. And I also bought, what did I buy? Tim Holtz temple with Entomology thingies. Stamps. More of that faux tape. Because honestly, I do make them myself sometimes, but it's a lot of work with the alcohol ink, and it's also taking up a lot of alcohol ink. Which made me think, yeah, it's fun to create, but it's alcohol ink. It's very thin, so you special a lot. You have to do a lot of steps to make it work. And the Tim Holtz stamp is just ready to go, and I really like it. And I mean these. They are fun. I bought 2 extra packages, and I also, what did I buy? I don't know anymore. I honestly don't know. Fun things. I did buy fun things for sure. Okay, let me see what is in my little container over here. Oh, this is just a piece of fabric. I cut out all these. And I have these. And if you're not a fuzzy cutter, you can also cut off this piece. I did this because you can also turn these into tabs. So that's why there's a back sides. So just so you know. Because you can, well, maybe I will use one later. But if you cut the back side, it also fits like so. So if you don't like doing all the fuzzy cutting, that's why I also added these. But also these, you can use these too, like this. Thought I should mention that because it makes your life a lot easier. I'm going to put these on. I need 2. And maybe also the little buggers. I am a corner rounder, so I like to round the corners. Oh, there's so much stuff on my desk. I have a huge I have a rather large desk, but I always end up with the same area, which is over here. But I try to do as many elements in this paper that you can use multiple ways. And I try to consider about not having too much fuzzy cut items in it. So if you can't fuzzy cut, you can still use all the papers. I'm going to put this one in here. And now we still need to decorate this one. And I said, let's do one of these. And I didn't do any sewing on this project because I wanted to show you, if you don't have a sewing machine, you can still create fun things. If you have a scan and cut, look the difference. This is cut like 2.5 tenth of a millimeter, well, a little bit inside the image, so inside the line, and this is outside the line. This one I like better. The other ones, the legs cut off. And this works. So we're going to glue this little fellow next to this little dragonfly. Well, on the same slide. Not really next to it. I think I broke his antenna, but yeah, it's okay. So this one is going in here. And like I said, I wanted to stamp and use items that I have in my stash. So let's get out the stampy thingies and do some stamping. And then I also thought, but I thought so many things, but I can't show you all in one video. I don't think I can. Maybe I should create that on a smaller envelope. I have one over here. This is the tiniest one. Yeah. I thought about adding this on an envelope. I have to think about how to slide it in. It could go in here, like so. And this can go over here or on the outside. And I also was thinking, is there any way possible to put it in like so? But yeah, let me first get my stems out before I start doing more things. I am going to create the envelope already. That way I have the stems out and can do everything at the same time. And yeah, I have to get the journal ready, so assemble everything together. So for me, it's just going to be 2 separate envelopes, but you can sort of see what I mean, and you can also see this as creating a botanical themed journal card, of course, or an embellished envelope. So I'm just going to ink. So I inked the envelope, and now inking this. I kind of smudged the ink over here, but that's okay because I'm just going to glue this over, so no worries. You can also have this as a tuck spot, but I don't know how I'm going to assemble this, so I'm just going to glue it all together. But it could be a tuck spot too, if you let one side open. But yeah, let's figure out if I want it to go this way or if I want it to go that way. Maybe, yeah, I'm going to do it like this, sorry. If it doesn't fit the journal, I can always use it for something else. If it doesn't fit the envelope journal, I mean, because it will definitely fit in any journal. And on this side, I didn't do a good job inking. But on this side, I thought, well, maybe put another pocket on here. The one we created together, maybe two. And also, I just have one. No, we're just going to do one. I think maybe I'm going to glue this one on here. Have this in here, like so. And I also thought let's use these as a tab. One of the little buggers. I'm just trying to cut this without cutting off any of the antennas or wings. It is possible. And then fold it in half. Almost. I didn't do a good job folding it in half. I should have used the scoreboard, but it's so big on my desk. Okay, need to correct this, and then I'm going to round the corners. And my corner rounder has different 10mm, 4 and 7, and I'm using 4, so it's sort of a tab thingy. Yeah, okay. Let me get this on. Maybe I'm going to put it, no, I'm going to put it over here on the outside. This needs to be in. And don't cut off these edges. If you cut off the edges, these slides will not fit anymore. So just so you know, the whole reason why they do have those edges is because it makes it possible to slide in a tag or a slide. If you cut it off, it doesn't fit. And it looks like I made a really bad free challenge paper and where things do not fit. But they do fit. Just don't chop it off. So we have the tab thingy over here. Okay, let's decorate this one a little. No, he lost the leg too because of the wrong settings of my scanning card. glue it on. But you can of course leave this like blank and have it as a journal spot in your journal. That's an option too. It doesn't have to be what I create. This is just an example. Yeah. And I need to do something over here. Maybe I'm just going to add a piece from a book page. Have my chair ruler. Let me see. Okay. Also like to do a little bit of stamping, to be honest. I'm not so sure about. Well, I am going to add a little book paper to this piece. I'm going to add it over here. And then I have these little pieces. Yes. I think I got them all. No, not all. These. Okay, cut this one over here. Or glue this one over here, not cut it. Have this one over here. So you can create a small, fun little project that can be part of your other project, your journal or whatever that you are creating, and have something that you can use your stamps with. And you can do it like this. Okay, let me get my stamps. Let's do some stamping. Maybe even some stenciling. Okay, I found myself 2 stencils. This is one from the Maker series. This is new. And this is gifted to me when I was at Duoding. And I was there with Yurima. And she got one with leaves. And I was thinking I would have liked that one too. But then I saw they gave me the dotted ones, which I also like. So yeah, I'm a happy girl anyway. Yeah, let's just stencil a little bit. Maybe I should have stenciled before I glued on all those little itsy bitty thingies, but yeah, I didn't do that. And it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I did the stencil thing. This was for here. And I have these over here. Yeah. Let me get my inks. But let's Let's work a little bit with the Tracy Fox stamps. So yeah, get your stamps out. Use the things we have. We know we have, but sometimes just forget. Okay, I have to. This is this. Yes, I have like a very tall, slim stamp, which I really need to line up. Okay, let's see, a little bit like this. I think I want these on those thingies, almost upside down. Okay. Get ID number. This one, country. This can go in here. And I think I will work a little bit more on this after this video. Maybe need to put something over here. Well, I have these from Jimmy. So let's put on some script on this envelope. I love this. These are so pretty. Yay! Yeah. I feel so silly that I'm so happy with a little stamp, but I'm just happy. I'm sorry. I am. But yeah, create work with the stamps, and you can also have like stamp on these. I will do one for you. And then have, well, maybe the smaller one. Have a little number like this. You can cut it, ink it, and put it on. It will add a little bit more dimension to your project instead of stamping straight on to your project. You can stamp on your project too, of course. Something you need to, well, that's up to you. I'm gonna put it over here. But that was the idea of those little pieces that you can stamp on it. Okay, let me see what we got so far. So this is the hardware part, and hardware for me is like eyelets, anything sort of metal pieces. And I received this from Urima. She sent me like little clips. Oh, I already have these. Look, I have these too. But these are so cute. And I have a ruler thingy. I'm just going to add these in here. Oh, she added the N from my name. I didn't see that. I'm so sorry, I missed that, Urina. And there is a number. I believe these are all from Tim Holtz. I have that in my stash. I also have eyelets, of course. I also have these mini paper clips. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Different than these. Still cute. And I have split pens. You call them brads. Little screws that I'm not going to use. And I think Tamara from Tamara's Designs will call these hold-me-downers. And I thought, well, maybe I'm going to add a hold-me-downer to my project. Yeah, let's give that a try. Okay, I need to do it different. I thought, what if I just put a hold-me-downer on like so. Okay, this pen doesn't work, so it's not going to mark. I'll have one over here. One over here. Now you have, oh, I like this. And I'm going to put eyelets in here. I think I will add 3. And I think that is it for today. I could add more. I could go on for another hour with these little elements. But yeah. I think it's also a lot of fun if you just, oh, went right through the little bugger. Sorry. So I kind of messed up on that one. Oh, I really don't like that. What to do, what to do? Maybe I can fix it. Yeah. I can sort of fix it. So keep in mind, when you poke a hole in something, look at the other side to make sure you're not closing or ruining a bug. Okay, let's see what we can put over here. One of the words, or I have tiny of this. Where's the little? Okay. BUGOLOGY. I'm kind of worried about my laptop because it's not rebooting. So I'm trying to be all creative over here, but also freaking out a little bit. Yeah. Let me be a professional and finish the video. Go over there. I'm just putting this over here as if it was planned, which was not the case. And I think I also need to put a little thing on the other side. Like this. Not sure what this is saying. Insect. 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 Let's put insect over here. And then I'm really done. So yeah, it is not the basic specimen slide that we usually make. I do have those floating around in the Facebook group too, by the way. Previous challenges. And you can also create different frames. You can put them through the, how do you say that, laminator. I did that in the past with real dried flowers. You can do a lot, but let me clean my desk and then you will see me back. I also wanted to add a little bit of this old tape. I have to make sure I'm not putting it on every project, but I really like this. So yeah, I'm going to use it to make it a little bit more interesting. think I want it over here. It does add so much to your project, those tiny little strips. It's so easy and absolutely stunning. He did a great job too with these. I love these. Okay, let me check my laptop again. It's still on. I haven't lost the papers. So yeah, happy me. Could also attach these over here, of course. Have it like so. But yeah, like I said, I am going to assemble the whole journal in a later stage. I didn't put any stems on here. I will do that off camera or maybe in the next video. Because this is really getting a very long video. Yeah. These are so much fun. Okay, I think this is it. Yeah. So this is it for today. Okay, this is not on the right way. It's supposed to be like this. Yeah, you could also put like little strings in here. I'm not going to do that, I think. Although I do like them. And I did find them, so that's also very good. Like this. Or maybe this color. Yeah. Maybe I will do that off camera and show you a picture afterwards. But this is the challenge for today or this week. Like I said, we have these, all these little cards that slide in. Oh yeah, fun. And then we have this little envelope and I have this tag over here. So yeah, this is it for today. Like I said, they come in US letter size, A4 size. I only work with the embellishment pieces, but this is also included. This is a fun paper. You can also put this in the the slimline journal, because if you cut it in half, it can be a paper like so. So you have two papers for the slimline journal, or for the regular journal, or if you fold it in half and then cut it, you have, no, sorry, if you fold it in half and you cut it over here, you have a back side and a front side that you can fold in half and put in your signature, if this makes any sense. Okay, I think I have this twice, but yeah, these are in. I will put this in the Facebook group. And yeah, this is it for today. I hope you liked the video. I hope you want to join in with the challenges. And like I said, come up with something different. Doesn't have to be exactly this. But yeah, I hope to see you in the next video. I hope you like this one. Leave a like, leave a comment. Free challenge papers in the Facebook group, line.arrow. There's a link tree down below where you can see a link tree that says challenges, no, Facebook groups hosting the challenges. And line.arrow is over there too. If you click on that and become a member, make sure you fill out the answers. You can be a member and download these for free. If you're not on Facebook, but you want these, there are on my Ko-Fi for a very small fee. But make sure you purchase the right set. Use letter size is a separate listing than the A4 size. Okay, this is really it. Thank you all for watching. Stay safe, stay creative, and I hope to see you the next time. Greetings from the Netherlands. Bye bye. Bye.